Nolan Arenado was intentionally walked twice by Miami to face the cleanup hitter, Trevor Story. On both occasions, Story delivered. He relishes having the big moment in his hands. Next up, an even bigger moment for Story and the Rockies, trying to lock up their first postseason spot since 2009. Desmond hit a 3-run homer as part of a 6-run second inning, and the playoff-chasing Rockies beat Miami 159 on Wednesday, setting up a weekend to remember at Coors Field. The Rockies have 3 games left and hold a 2-12-game lead over Milwaukee for the second NL wildcard spot. St. Louis, which has 4 games remaining, trails by 3 games. "This is what we signed up for," said Story, who followed with a two-run single in the second and a two-run double in the fourth when the Marlins worked around Arenado. "We believe we can do it." The Rockies had things well under control Wednesday, before the ninth got a little sideways. Down 155, Miami began the inning with 4 straight doubles and later added 2 more singles before being shut down. Hours earlier, Major League Baseball approved the sale of the Marlins to an investment group featuring Derek Jeter. The former New York Yankees captain plans to be a limited partner in charge of the business and baseball operations. "I didn't know, been kind of working," Marlins manager Don Mattingly said of the news. "We talked about this series, pushing, and haven't thought much about it. I just assumed that was going to happen. See where it goes." Jon Gray 104 lasted 6 innings and allowed 3 runs. The ace of the staff has now allowed 3 or fewer runs in 13 straight starts. "The problem here in the past is we never had a shutdown guy," Arenado said. "The Dodgers could lose 3 or 4 in a row and they know Clayton Kershaw is going to the bump. We have Gray. We know Gray can do that for us and be that guy for us. It's a good feeling." Adam Conley 78 gave up 6 runs in 113 innings during the Marlins' final road game of the season. This was his second straight start where he didn't make it out of the second inning. "He runs into a couple of good teams," Mattingly said. "It didn't seem to matter who we got out there today, they just kind of keep banging it up." The Rockies showed poise at the plate by accumulating nearly as many walks 10 as hits 14. Charlie Blackmon contributed 3 RBI singles in recording his 66th multi-hit game this season to tie Dante Bichette's 1998 mark for most in franchise history. He also drove in his 100th run this season. Desmond ignited the offense in the second with a homer that barely cleared the wall in right field. It was just Desmond's second homer at Coors this season. He later added an RBI single. "I like the walks. I like the hits. I like the number of base runners we had," Rockies manager Bud Black said. "It was a very good offensive game if you looked at our at-bats." Trainer's room Rockies manager Bud Black insisted if Gerardo Parra was fine despite missing a second straight game. "Parra is 1 for 21 over the last 5 games. GP is good," Black said. That Marlins catcher A.J. Ellis had a two-run homer and an RBI double. Carlos Gonzalez had 3 hits, including 2 doubles, and 2 RBIs. Tough times Marlins slugger Giancarlo Stanton went 0-for-3 with 3 strikeouts and remained at a Major League leading 57 homers. Stanton finished 1 for 12 in the 3-game series at Coors Field. He has 20 career homers against Colorado. Headfirst slide Blackmon drew a huge ovation from the crowd diving into first base on an infield single in the second. "It's simply the way the outfielder with the bushy beard and mullet plays. I don't think guys that don't try hard end up on as many good teams," Blackmon said. Up next, Marlins open 4-game series with Atlanta on Thursday to close out the season. LHP Dylan Peters' 0.631 ERA has never faced the Braves. Rockies off Thursday before starting a 3-game series with the Los Angeles Dodgers. RHP Chad Bettis' 5.72 ERA will take the mound Friday looking for his second win since returning from testicular cancer. More at PBaseball http://sapnews.com /baseball